Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about sewer food and earth food. But first we're going to do sewer food. We're going to tell you what you eat that you should not be eating. And the number one sewer food on the menu is pizza. It is nothing but crap. Now, I burnt this one because I did a homemade thing. I burnt this, but it makes no difference if you burn it or whatever. Don't buy it, don't eat it. It's got cheese, it's got pig, it's got cow. It has this one here has a couple of peppers in it, which is good. But by the time you eat all the rest of this shit, everything goes to fat. Because that's all this is. There's about 0.5% of nutritional value, but the rest of it, got protein. Everybody says about protein. You know what protein is? Protein is in every bit of your earth food. I'm going to show you later. Besides, hey, look, when I was a kid, I bought my first nickel bag of weed at, I don't know, it was 1969 or 1970. I didn't ask about protein. I just bought a bag of weed. I'm sure you do it now. The other number two, the top two things of sewer food is burgers. Burgers and pizza. This one I made sure I got it with fried pig in it. See? Fried pig. It's bacon to you, but it's fried pig to everybody else. Just some sauce on this. In fact, it's got some other onions that have been fried with bike chain oil. So, this is the top two sewer foods that you should never eat. Next on the list is all kinds of dairy products. No, wait, let's go through the meats first. This one here has honey ham and some kind of beef. I got a little packaged stuff because I only paid $1 a piece for it, and I think it's turkey. All this stuff, this lunch meats and stuff, and you buy them at most of your places where you buy sub sandwiches. By the way, Subway has a veggie patty, and if you put the veggie patty on whole wheat bread and put just lettuce and stuff on it without no dressing, that's about the closest thing you're going to have to a nutritional sandwich. Other than that, if you get this here, and I think some other sub places, hoagie places, have all these lunch meats on there and they brag about how good it is. It's not good. It shouldn't be in your system. Your stomach doesn't know what to do with this, but you recognize it because you're familiar with it. You got taste buds, oh, look at that, and goes to your brain, and so you automatically eat it because you're used to it. No, your stomach hates this crap because it doesn't know what to do with it. So it all goes to fat. Protein, my ass. Okay, the other top thing on the menu is, other than this crap here, is dairy products. The incredible edible egg should not be eaten by man. Sylvester Stallone had that show at Rocky, and he cracked eggs and ate raw eggs. Could he beat any? Why don't you just eat raw worms? I didn't cost them. You go, this is ridiculous. Man does not live on chicken embryos. It's ridiculous. Okay, milk. I think the Trump administration just said, live on whole milk. No, you don't. Mothers have infants that take mother's milk. That's good. Calves take cow milk. That's good. The rest of us don't need milk. It says it's loaded with vitamin D. Hey, I live in California. The sun's out. Vitamin D. That's it. You don't need it. I don't care where you live. The sun comes out unless you live in a cave. There's vitamin D once you hit the sun. The other thing is on the list is, oh yeah, here's some butter. Butter means nothing. It's made from that crap, and it's another piece of dairy stuff. And then there's cheese. All the dairy products that you eat, it goes to no, it doesn't go to protein. It goes to fat. You can have, if you ate your entire menu during the day, and 86% of your menu is complex carbohydrates, everything else goes to protein, to fat. If you have, say, you soak yourself up with fat, with protein, that's not the way the human body works. This is loaded with what I call white powder. Okay, so what else is in the sewer? In the sewer food? Okay, sewer food. There's lots of it. Here, these two things are in a lot of stuff. This is what I call white powder. And stay away from white powder. It's sugar and salt. You might look at it and you eat candy, whatever you eat, because you got, or the flavor from salt. That's just because you're used to it. You have a dog you're used to. You have a car, you usually have family members. If they're not your family's members no more, then you're gonna get someone, whatever. You're used to that stuff, you're used to this, don't get used to it anymore. This is nothing, salt is nothing but a heart attack. That's it. Look, and if you don't believe me, you got a phone, look it up. The other thing is here, snack stuff. I had snack stuff. This, even though it's low salt, there's so much oil in this, and this is here. This is what I call, and this is oil, but it's basically bike chain oil. Okay, this is what it goes on a bike chain. It doesn't go in your body. Your body doesn't know what to do with it. Your face thinks it recognizes, but that's it. Dr. Pepper. So this goes without saying. This stuff doesn't. You don't need to have this stuff. Another thing is, I'm more butter and crackers. In fact, I got peanut butter. There can't be anything worse than putting your stomach, and your stomach goes. There's nothing more. Peanut butter and this salted crackers. Yeah, you don't want this crap. Just heart attacks. This is another specialty. I never understood why people buy macaroni and cheese. I don't get it. I don't understand it. There's nothing in this. There's no nutritional value. Here's another thing. I got some bean dip here. It's another stupid thing that you might buy. Don't buy it. Soups. I know you hear different people. It's Campbell soup. Eats like a, I don't know, eats like a meal or tastes like a chicken. But it's just, this is just so high in sodium. Again, if you just live on this, you'll die. This will clog an artery. The statement is that when you eat high sodium foods, like the Japanese eat a lot of vegetables and stuff, but a lot of stuff is high sodium, especially all the sushi and stuff. High sodium foods go right to a negative condition on your heart. And all the stuff that I'm showing you, like the dairy products and stuff, they're just clogging your arteries. You can, any man over 30, at 35 and older, you can have a stroke. I know that people all the time have major heart attacks in the 50s and stuff. Well, the way to get away with that is don't eat sewer food. Ranch dressing, a very popular heart attack waiting to happen. This one happened to have fried pig in it. It's got it right here, bacon. You don't want fried pig. You don't want that. Some more dressing, some more things. Here's a popular dish right here. It's ketchup. Ketchup has both white powders in it. It's got sugar and salt. This has got some tomatoes in it, but it is filled with white powder, and you do not want to eat white powder. Keep it off your menu. So is that. Here's a big heist. So this thing is horrible. This is some kind of put some water in this and just soak up the sodium. It'll kill you. Everybody knows about candy and cookies and stuff like this. Sweets has got, again, it's got lots of white powder in it. You can get away with it, just don't eat it. And of course, I guess some French fries. I'm sure. This is one thing that's really something. Okay, here's whole wheat bread. I don't know. I picked this up because it's cheap. I don't like to eat anything like that. And most of the stuff is all from a grocery market. Just want to show you it's from a grocery market. You go in your grocery market tomorrow, whatever, and you can't eat it. And everything you buy, just about everything you buy in a grocery market, other than the produce section and the fruit section, everything else you buy is probably you're not going to want to eat it after you get done with it. Another thing, you're not going to, if you tell any, there won't be a restaurant on the planet that's going to not hate me. Okay, this stuff is ridiculous. Somebody left this in the house before you get it. This is Nature made some daily supplements. Okay, right around 1910, about 110, 115 years ago, they had a bunch of starving people. I forgot where they were, maybe in New York, I'm not sure. A bunch of starving people. So what they did is to feed them, they gave them potatoes, but they peeled off all the skins. When they peeled off all the skins, and they ate the potatoes, they had food in their stomach, but now it was a breakup in scurvy, which is a rare disease you don't have anymore. So there was a doctor there that figured out what was wrong, and he took the skins and he sold them back to the people. It eliminated the scurvy. That doctor's name is Vitamin. And so you just put out the biggest scam in world history, and it's still going on today. All this stuff is money you can be pissing away. You know how many shoes you can buy with this stuff? Shoes are good for the feet. This means nothing. You're just throwing flaxseed oil. Where on your menu do you need flaxseed? I don't know what that flaxseed oil is. And one more thing I want to be really extra. Some more fried food. Okay, sorry, I had to get away. Fried food. Okay, this has got. I used to buy just a chicken with corn wrapping, but it's got a lot of white powder in it, and you don't want white powder, and there's nothing in it really of value, but it will go to fat. French fries are big and popular. So I get the steak cut because you can actually, there's more potato inside it, but by the time you get through all the salt and the bike chain oil that's frying it in it, there's nothing worth it. You can get a bag of potatoes for $5 and it'll last a long time. This here, I actually got this at the store. This is steam in a bag. It's got California style vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots. It actually only has that in it according to the ingredients. But, I'd rather cut up vegetables. The other thing I want to tell you about this is that, and I'll show you why, when you eat sewer food, not only does it go to fat, and then some people get fatter and some people don't get as fat. I don't know about that. It's got to do with metabolism, but it will age everybody. And if you keep on eating dairy products and pork and pig, it will clog an artery. And I don't care what you are. Men will have heart disease faster than women. After menopause, if a guy's going like this, he's taking he's getting closer to getting a heart attack because of all this crap he eats, the pork and the dairy products and stuff like that. When it gets up that the women are slow behind until once they pass menopause, they catch right up to them. So a man or a woman at age 90, if they last that long, they'll all have the same kind of heart disease. The best thing to do is eat earth food. Let's take a look at that.
Okay, this is earth food, and it's stuff you recognize all the time. You see it in every grocery market. It's the produce section with fruit, and I do have brown rice in there. Okay, so we're going to whip some stuff up with earth food. Okay, what I did is I get my cords tangled with there. Okay, so what I did is I put like this plate here is what I call it's got bok choy and celery, carrots, potatoes, squash, and the rest of the onions and peppers and jalapenos, and this is the cabbage. And I put all these seasonings in, put it in this pan here, and with a little bit of water, and start with this and some minced garlic, and then the rest of the seasoning. I don't like to use chopped garlic because I'm not grilling in oil. It'll take forever to get there, and I don't even know if this means anything because by the time you get through all these flavors, it's different. And it comes out, what I did is I put this in yesterday, and then I put it in the freezer, and then took it out and then cooked it up on the stove. I really like the consistency after that first time, so this is what my favorite plate is. And see, a lot of people stick to salads. I'd rather have a hot meal. So all this stuff cooks up great. It tastes great. You get like me, I get addicted to this stuff right away. No white powder, no bike chain oil. This is straight just vegetables. And eat a lot of this stuff and you will lose weight. And you will change the aging process to do only aging because you eat bad food. I mainly did this project because I'm tired of watching Wegovy and Ozempic keep on telling people you can take medication and still eat that crap sewer food. It's not going to work. You're going to have problems in the long run. You can't take medication and still eat bad food and then accept anything. No, it's not going to do. This will change your eating style, and you'll get used to this. The lines on your face, you girls, and it will go away because you reduce the aging process, and you'll keep on feeding your body with good earth food, and it'll feed your blood, and then that goes to all your cells. The other thing I did it for is because I'm sick and tired of telling you about old athletes. No, Trent Williams is not old at 37 years old. Get back to this. Now, you are going to trim down, but trimming down or eating that bad food does not make you muscle. This will feed your muscle, and you'll have stronger muscles. It'll make you live longer, and this is called all the other athletes. Aaron Rodgers is not old. Matt Stafford is not old. Jason Kelsey, Patrick Mahomes. I'm a Los Angeles Chargers fan, so they're our rivals, but I always appreciate some really good athletic talent. And everybody I'm mentioning and all these people that have been in there, I would just love to see Philip Rivers come back and spend another 5 years in football. I was a big fan of his when he was down in San Diego. And I'm still a fan. So eat this food. This is some. I'm going to do some other stuff too. But stay with earth food, and you will regenerate your body to live longer. And you'll trim down. You'll lose weight. I'll have people say, "Oh, I lost 22%, or I lost 20% of my weight when I first went on diet." You will definitely lose the weight with this. Ain't no problem. And if you stay with it, it'll never go back. It's going to take you time. If you are really, really overweight, it takes time. But once you stay on this, you won't have to go to Sona Bello and redo your bags in your body, because it's going to be a slow burn. And keep on eating a lot. And it'll keep on, your blood will keep on energizing your body, and it'll just happen for you. Don't think that medication is going to do anything for you. Medication sucks. I was on 2 different heart medications last year. I said, screw that shit. So I just went back on this thing, and now my blood pressure is down to regular. I don't take any blood pressure medication or nothing. So stay with the earth food. Okay, let's make something else. This stuff is so good. I love the consistency after it's been frozen and reheated on the stove. You could heat it on the microwave, but I like heating it on the stove, on the fire with a pan. It's really cool that way. All right, I'm gonna get full. This is great. And it's got broccoli, bok choy, celery, carrots, squash, the green onions, the white onions. You can use white or brown. Chili, green peppers, potatoes, cabbage, and jalapenos. And this one here, I think this is Anaheim pepper and jalapenos. And then I season this with season. It's just absolutely great. You got to try this. It's the bomb. And the thing is, eat it all day. It's better for you. Before we dig in this next plate, I just want to refresh you. If you are a snacker like me, you like to snack a lot of stuff. These little bowls are popcorn bowls. I got this one at Walmart. They're $9. Put a quarter cup. There's no salt. There's no oil. Nothing. And put this in there, and then put it in the microwave, and it pops. It's great. It gets, the plate will get dark after a while because of this certain amount of oil and corn, I guess. But other than that, if there's oil, I don't know. Anyway, so you put that in the microwave, make a snack on this all day. I do, all the time. I make lots of popcorn. Okay, this is, what I call this here, this kind of salsa I got is, I like to use it for a topping on my brown rice. And so it goes on like this. This is the salsa, and you can see I put all this stuff in it. It's got a lot of color. It's got onions and jalapenos. I got serranos in here too. And naturally, you always got to have cilantro with the when you're making salsa, and tomatoes and all these different peppers. It gets really colorful, and it gets I like it as a meal, but you can dip on it whatever you want to do. And I have it like this. And there's other things that are in here that out of here. This is, you know, the end of the celery stalk, at the ends where it gets very leafy and stuff. Don't throw it away. Chop it up, mince it up. You can even smell how good this tastes. And what I do is I put it in there. I mix it in there. And I don't know what else I put it in right now. I'm using it now. Don't throw this away. It's really good. It's the end of the celery, and I put it in here, and you can mix it up. And you know, some of you people who don't like spicy stuff, this might be a little bit too spicy for you, because I got jalapenos, cilantros, serranos rather, serranos, jalapenos. I got this is Anaheim, this is Paralo. I'm not sure how to say that. And naturally, this always put celery in this because it's really delicious. And lots of tomatoes. You can put lots of tomatoes in there. I cut them up. A lot of times you get the tomatoes in the sauce. You grind up in the blender and use that. You can do that too. But I just wanted. I'm trying to do all this stuff with the you know, no machinery, just a gas stove and some bowls and a lot of cutting, because you cut up all the vegetables. I only got this idea because I watched the Amazon commercial, and that girl's cutting up stuff, and she gets that bowl. She's a little cute little Asian girl and with white hair. And so I was watching her. I said, God, I got to do that. So I started doing this, and give that little girl credit. Real cutie too. Okay, I hope, you know, she might be taking my recipe too. Anyways, this gets. You can use it for dip. You can put blend the tomatoes down a little bit better and use it for a dip. But I don't eat chips no more. So this is great. I don't want to get away. The onions and the peppers and the chilies. This is a festival in your mouth, and you eat it all day. Keep on eating this stuff. Now, the reason I use a lot of spicy stuff, because I like to drink the world beverage, and that is beer. And I'm not going to give up on it because it's too good. You really don't get thirsty after drinking this, but if it's a little hot, a little spicy, because it's taken off the grill, it's hot, and then it's got spiciness in it, so you might want to drink some water, but you know, I'll have a glass of water just to cool myself down, but you really don't get thirsty. In fact, the more you eat of everything you eat here, this all turns to, you get all nutrients in your body, and it goes to your blood, and it feeds everything, and it'll liven up your body. And then you have to urinate a lot. You got to pee a lot. So let's eat this stuff here, and I'll give you a couple more things after. Sorry, I'm gonna pig out. That's. I really like brown rice. I've been eating brown rice for years. And anyway, I'll show you later. So you got snacking popcorn, you got salsa on brown rice, and let's go and do something else, but yeah, buddy, you're gonna have a couple of beers later. Okay, so the moment you all been waiting for, the dessert. Actually, I haven't been waiting for it at all. This is just one more thing I got to put down just to show you the dessert. And this here little bowl here. I got grapes. I got this black cherries. I did the strawberries. Instead, I don't like strawberries. I put them in for color. You like color grapes. I got apples and pears and pineapple. And there's watermelon in there and honeydew and cantaloupe. Okay, so on the topic of waiting all day, I looked it up and I researched all my files. And that song that girl comes out waiting all night for Sunday night, I found out that is the worst song and the worst opening of any TV show in television history. So somebody told me it was produced by Eric Trump. I gotta believe it. Maybe with somebody else, but definitely it was an Eric Trump production. Get rid of that stupid opening. Sunday Night Football belongs with a good opening. Okay, stick around. Eat some stuff here. Well, I'm Peter Gazerro, and I live in Downey, California. I co-wrote The Washington Mafia, The Correction, and a couple other things. Anyways, in The Washington Mafia, I got started writing The Washington Mafia because on January 6, 2021, it was an organized crime led by the organized crime leader Donald Trump and everybody else that stood on the ellipse. What their intentions were to commit a crime. Actually, if you read what I wrote in there, coming straight from the internet, what Donald Trump said was go after the Republicans in Congress. And he's with full-fledged riot. All those crimes that were committed in the Capitol on that day should be charged to everybody that stood on the ellipse. According to the law, the organized crime leader is responsible for all the crimes. Brian Sicknick had a heart attack, Capitol police officer, 42 years old. Had a heart attack on the 6th, died on the 7th. Directly, I read the coroner's report, the medical report. It was directly related to the riot. That makes Donald Trump and the rest of the people on the January 6th all cop killers. Now, actually, Babbitt got shot, and she died on the Capitol floor. That makes her a victim of Donald Trump and his organized crime leader. So anyways, most of the book was written about that, and everything was written about justice for Brian Sicknick and Ashley Babbitt. Also in the Washington Mafia, being that I've been an electrician all my life, I've been in construction all my life, I started trying to figure out how to build the border wall. And I just could not figure it out because it's just impossible. There's all kinds of details involved. When you're talking about the Occupational Safety Hazard Association, which is OSHA, and the rest of the deals, you can't pick up a guy in the street and have him build a wall. You can't. And you're talking 600-700 miles across the desert. It's ridiculous and it doesn't work. So I detailed it out and I figured out that Donald Trump's border wall is mostly just for drug smuggling across from the United States into the, from Mexico into the United States. That's all it's there for. Anyways, there's a lot of jokes in there. There's a lot of different insults to Donald Trump and the rest of them. Fox Cable News, the whole propaganda place that is not a conservative news station. It's a conservative sissy bitch because that's what Donald Trump is and the rest of the people over there. So I wrote a lot of stuff about that, and then I continued on. This is what I finished. I finished this April 2022. I flew out to Washington, D.C., and I talked to some of the Capitol police officers and some of the other people. They treated me like I was the plague. They wouldn't talk to me. I don't know why. Anyways, I was just there and just had a book and some pencils. So I left there and I come back and I figured I have to write more. So then I started writing The Correction. In The Correction, there's a lot of different things. The first thing I wrote about was getting peace in the Middle East. And I know I didn't have it perfect, but I know it was a start. And I showed it in front of the Signal Hill City Council on October 11th, 2022. The riot in Israel broke out the year later, October 7, 2023. I knew I would have, if my book came out, would have had a hand in that to slim it down. The other things that, and The Correction, I wrote down that, and if anything's possible, don't tell me what's possible and what's not possible. We have made friends with Germany and Japan. 80 years ago this happened. There was we had World War II, and we had the craziest nut that ever arise in any political organization, and that's Adolf Hitler. And so Hirohito followed him, and whatever happened there, the whole thing was a bunch of war, a bunch of people died, and for what reason? It all got settled with a pencil and paper on a boat. Well, Hitler committed suicide because he's a jackass. He's an evil jackass. But the rest of the stuff is just different. Anyways, what I did is I changed Central America, and we have to do this. You get your congressmen and senators to start writing in, and we start getting all our allies all over the world, and we start moving them into Central America. Now we have the United Nations of America below the United States of America. And don't tell me what's possible and what's not possible. It is the perfect way to make friends all over the globe. That way there, not only will we increase the value of the property and the value of the property all across our southern border, and we get rid of Christy Nolan or DHS because she's a jackass too. So let's go ahead and do this here. We get all of nations from all over the world and we mix them in Central America. now we have the greatest land ever, and which is the number one thing we got to think. This is what everybody's going to move into. There's no bullets no more. We got to figure out how to get rid of all the bullets, and this is one of the ways we do. We have what's most important in life: family, financial security, and the religious freedom that you have, and you keep it. Now, screw all the shit about the Korean, about different people dying, you get 17 virgins, that's all bullcrap. That was, all those lies are made up with a cousin of Sean Adolf Hitler Hannity. But, there's no such thing as violence in religion. That's it. So we keep a peaceful nation, the United Nations of America, and then we got followers all over the place. The other thing is, when we do this, there's a couple other things we got to do. And there's a couple other problems we have. We have a problem with Putin, not Russia. If Alexei Navalny was was running Russia right now, we wouldn't have a Ukraine war. We wouldn't have any problems at all. So what we have friends within Russian people, and so when we make the United Nations of United Nations of America, we'll have Russians in there too. The other thing is, what we have is you got Kim Jong-un. Okay, Kim Jong-un is, his grandfather was a hardline communist, so we had a problem with Korean War, and then his father was a hardline communist, but his father sent him to Western schools. When he went to Western schools, he fell in love with the game of basketball, and he actually played basketball. He's not like his father or his grandfather, although he likes to put the stigma up that he is. He's not, and all we have to do is get him, in order to get peace, because we need peace in Korea, we need peace in we need friends everywhere. And this is the way we're going to run our next world. We have, right here, he's a big basketball fan. He has big gloves against, and he's a big fan of the Chicago Bulls. And what we have on our side is Mr. Successful, and that's Michael Jordan. So we get Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Stephen Kerr, and Dennis Rodman all together. We're going to make a talk with Kim Jong-un, and we're going to make give Kim Jong-un his own international basketball league. And whether anybody else understands that or not, Kim Jong-un will. And now we're there. He won't be setting off nuclear missiles because he's more interested in basketball, and he's a big fan of Michael Jordan and the rest of the Chicago Bulls. The other thing is the international trade. It's very important that we keep our financial allies. And be it communist or whatever, if we have friends all over the world, and we are all friends all over the world, we don't have any enemies, and we don't need all the military, and we don't need bullets. I hate bullets. It's all over my book. Right here, they've already talked about it. They've been showing different ways how they're going to run a road directly from the North American continent across the Bering Strait into the Asian and European continent. Now, I wrote in the book, before I knew about that we need high-speed rail service. If we get high-speed rail service to connect our continent, the North American continent, to the European continent and the Asian continent, that speeds up transportation on goods, services, and people. The efficiency on moving stuff between China and most of our and the other nations, Vietnam makes goods in different places all over the different places all over the Asian and European continent. They made goods and services, and we tie them with our goods and services, and we run this here on a high-speed rail system. The efficiency brings down the price. It brings down the cost on everything. I make products, and they're made in Taiwan, and I have them delivered to the Long Beach port. And that takes about 5 weeks before Taiwan, and that's if I can find a place in the cargo container, because the cargo container is big, and I don't sell that much stuff. If we have that efficiency across here, we have big business, continuous business, allies all over the place. And the other thing is to make that, once we get it set, just to make the rail lines and make the cars and make everything else that goes along with this system that is the future. The manufacturing here goes up. Manufacturing there goes up. Our teammates are all over the world. And there's nothing better than that. We know that because we've been through a couple of world wars, and the biggest one being World War II. So when we got we have all this transit and this goods and services and the money. The other thing that we need to do right now, and that you can write to your congressmen and senators, the biggest thing we got to do is. Everybody's talking about the rich people getting richer in taxes and stuff like that. I don't believe in all that crap. I believe that whoever makes a lot of money and they spend money, the trickle-down effect is great. So when you have Bill Gates makes billions and he gives away billions of dollars to different charities and different organizations and stuff. I know Elon Musk makes billions, but you know how many car dealerships he's got? You know how many cars he makes? You know how many people get employed? When people are employed by a big manufacturing, the trickle down goes everywhere. It goes to the grocery store. It goes to the dry cleaner. It goes to the gas station down the street. That's what we need. What we don't want is people who make this much money giving their money to some jackass politician. So to stop that and to level it out, what we have to do is tell your congressmen and senators, I'm not running for elected office. I don't give a crap about any politician. I just care about us. And right now, if you have your politician right now, right in Congress, and they will pass this law, else you won't vote for them, that everything that anybody gives $100 or more to any politician, I might bring that price down by 100. He has to match that with giving another $100 to agriculture, which is the primo thing that we have in America that nobody can. I don't think anybody can bypass what we have. We have the best agriculture here. And what we're going to do is we're going to pump money into it. From the people who are pumping money into the campaigns, match it. That's it. And it'll all be run, and we can have it all run like that. That's it. Because if there's another Elon Musk going to give another $300 million to Donald Trump, he's also going to give $300 million to our agriculture. That'll bring down the price of agriculture. That'll help feed everybody. When you feed people, especially if we can get this high-speed rail service across the Bering Strait, when we feed people, they won't bite the hand that feeds you. It's just common knowledge. So these are just some of the things that some of this stuff is written in my book. It's written in the correction. It's written in the Washington Mafia. I just can't say enough about what's going on right now because I've had this book has been done for nearly 4 years. And this one too, over 3.5 years, these books have been done. And I've been blocked for the whole time. Why, I don't know, and I don't know how it's getting done. But read the Washington Mafia. You can download it for free on this channel. So just take advantage of it and read the Washington Mafia. I'm sure you're going to enjoy what you read. I put a lot of jokes in it. I want to make it amusing. I didn't want to make it boring. Take a look at it. Thank you.
National Electrical states, NEC Article 422.18, supports of ceiling fan suspended paddle fans. Ceiling suspended paddle fans shall be supported independently of an outlet box or by one of the following. 1. A listed or listed outlet box identified for the use and installed in accordance with Article 314.27E. 2. A listed box system in accordance with Article 314.27E. The Easy Brace system meets the independent of the outlet box requirement. This product doesn't meet the Article 314.27E requirement. According to the instructions with this product is non-compliant with the NEC and shall not be used. Your existing light fixture might look like this. The Easy Brace will work when the box is attached to the joist. Simply check for your wood. Nothing there. Nothing there. There we go. I got wood. should say I got one. Slide your wires out of the way. Get the longest screw. Get your EC brace. Place it next to the electrical box and start a starter hole. Tap it gently. Now that you have your starter hole, get your shortest screw first, get your EC brace, screw it into the starter hole. And it's that easy. We're going to install the long screw. Place your large bit in the drill. Now we're going to install the long screw. Let's do the same thing we did with the short screw. Get your fixture bracket that goes to your light fixture or your ceiling fan. Now you're going to place the bracket to the EC brace. Place your ceiling fan into the bracket and wire. It's that easy with EC brace.